Hello everyone, thanks everyone for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we are going to be reviewing The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss. Okay, I just want to make sure that was her name. First of all, this was an ARC sent to me from the publisher. Thank you, publisher, for sending me the story. This is not a book I would have normally thought to buy for myself. If you know me, you know what I like to read. I usually just read a lot of sci-fi and lots of fantasy. Definitely a lot of fantasy. I love fantasy. I love epic fantasy too. Not so much mystery thrillers, you know, so I'm always really happy when publishers send me these books because it forces me to step out of my comfort zone and read something I wouldn't traditionally. Even though I love Marissa Meyer, she is, to me, I own all of her books. Have I read all of them? No. Cinder, the Lunar Chronicles, I own 3 editions. I own the Fairy Loot, I own the bookish box ones, and I own the original paperback copies. So I'm a little crazy. I fucking love the Lunar Chronicles. I read it Gilded and Cursed. Love those 2 as well. I just haven't read her Renegades or the Sapphire House yet. So, and Heartless. Oh my god, Heartless is so good. If you have not read Heartless about the Queen of Hearts, I trust you. I promise you it will break your heart, because it still to this day breaks my heart. And I'm like, oh my god, it's like ingrained in my memory. It's an amazing book. So I loved Marissa Meyer, but this, even though I love her, this isn't a book I would have originally bought for myself because it has like the sci-fi or fantasy elements to it, and I haven't read her contemporary romances. Bless you, Bambi. My cat sneezing. She's cute. But I have not read, I know she's done contemporary romance and I haven't read them. Because again, not something I'm totally invested in owning or buying. I kept this book. Usually when I get ARCs, I give them away to my book club. I'm keeping this book. It's so good. I was like, someone bought it yesterday while I was at work and I was like, oh my god, this book is so good. It's so good. I love the escape room aspect of it. I love how they're on it's kind of like Survivor, but with escape rooms, and it's great. I love the multiple plot twists because I did not see them coming. Pacing was relentless, let me tell you. And you're going between, how many point of views? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going between 4 point of views. You also do have a trans character in the book, and a person of color, and then you have Sierra, who is a previous contestant, and on the final episode, her sister was found murdered in a coffin with a, and everyone thinks Sierra killed her, and she's like, no, I did not, but she's back on the show to solve her sister's murder, even though everyone thinks it's her. And her teammate at first doesn't trust her because they're like, oh my god, you're killing. She's like, no, but I'm gonna find who did. And they have this, when they're trapped in the freezer, they have this aha moment where they're like, we'll be your family, and they're like about to die. She's like, okay, fine, because she's like a grumpy sunshine kind of character, and I love that moment. And then you have Ari, our one, he's like, we're all gonna die. It's like, I can't sit on the floor. He's like, we need to stand up. And they're like, no, come join the circle. And then he finally does. And it's hilarious. It's a really hilarious moment in the book, let me tell you. I loved every single aspect of the book. I loved the characters. They were all very distinct. They were all very colorful. They all had very vivid personalities. And some of them had real insecurities. And it was great. But they're all hiding something, like one little secret. They're all hiding something. And I think it's great that they're all kind of hiding something. But when it comes to reveal, they don't turn their backs on each other or abandon each other. They're like, you know what, we wish you had told you, but we're here for you. We're not mad. And that happens, to each of the characters. We'll start back. It happens to each of the characters in some way, right? There's a lot of tension here. There's a lot of good characterization here. I love the pacing. It was relentless. The escape room, I was so invested in the escape rooms that I took out my phone to mirror the message on it. I'm like, I don't feel like reading this backwards. So I took a picture and then I flipped it on my phone so I could read the clue on my phone. I was that invested in the story. I'm like, I don't have time to read this backwards. I was that invested in the story and the characters. It really was well done. And it does leave off on a kind of a cliffhanger. You do solve the murder of Sierra's sister in this book at the end. The murder, didn't see that coming. I was looking left when I should have been looking right, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And even when it makes sense. It comes out of left field, but it made complete sense for the story. Even though in hindsight, I still can't believe it. It makes sense for the story, but even the hindsight clues, I'm just like, were they there? And they were, but in really, really subtle ways that even thinking back, I'm like, you know what? I still wouldn't have guessed it. Not in a million years would I have think this person was the murderer. Not at all. So I like that the story kept me on my toes. I like the story, how the story kept misdirecting me. And because I don't always want to solve it. I do want to be surprised by the end. And I like when I am surprised at the end. So whenever it comes to murder mysteries, and that's why I don't read them a whole lot, I have to force myself to turn off my brain because I don't want to solve it. I don't want to solve it. I want to be surprised at the end. And sometimes I'm not. I'm like, you know what? This one was obvious. Because it takes the fun out of it for me, It really, really does take the fun out of it for me, which kind of sucks. But ultimately, this book didn't. It kept me on my toes. It kept me engaged. I liked seeing the characters grow and develop and form a strong unit with one another. And I liked how they came together to solve the murder of Angelica, while also being like, no, we're going to win this fucking competition. Fuck that. It was a really good story. It was well done. I'm excited to see what book 2 is going to bring. I think Marissa Meyer teased the reveal coming soon, if it hasn't been released already. But I'm excited for book 2. So thank you, publisher, for, pushing me out of my comfort zone and making me read this book. Because, yeah, that's why I kind of just say yes to all the publisher offers. Like, hey, do you want this one? I'm like, yeah. It's like, if it's a free book, why the hell not? This is my chance to step out of my comfort zone. And I like to do that. I just don't always get to do that because I tend to be really picky. And I just, when I buy books, I buy what I know I'm going to like, as we should. No one wants to buy a book we're like, I'm not so sure about it. We want to buy what catches our attention and what we know we're going to like. Because it's like an investment. There are trophies. We are dragons. This is our hoard. Books are our hoard. So, it was a really good story. I loved it. I do recommend it. Highly recommend it, in fact. Especially if you like escape rooms or mystery thrillers that have really fun, vibrant characters. This is a perfect read for you. So, yeah. Solid 4.5. I don't know that I can give it a 5, but solid 4.5 stars. Because it's up there. I do highly recommend it. It is up there. So, yeah. In any case, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.